Gulls beat their wings if he sang. Apollo plays flute. If he hungered, the ground roared. If he was merry, the wind whistled with delight. If he angered, war rode her pale horse and set the world alight. And when his eyes were choked with smoke, and his vision grew clouded with ash blossom and flecks of scarlet poetry, he cried for those who slept with the soul, and saw the galloping twilight as she enveloped the world in her majesty. When he stumbled, the earth walked. When he fell, the rivers ran still. When he stewed in the sand, the gulls mocked his wrongs. When he wept, Apollo played on. Yeah, that's the end of that. That one was The Galloping Twilight. And this next one is called To a Battered Pagoda. It's not about pagodas, and it certainly isn't about battering. They tore it down when no one was looking, when night blinded day, when the sun stepped down and the moon anointed herself, taking her place in the heavens. They crawled out of the mist with their torches and sickles and scythes and hammers and hand drills and chains. They threw cloaks over their backs, covered their faces with rotting fabric. They tore into its abdomen and cracked its tiles. Some of them, if you looked, were shoving the great red bricks into their mouths, fracturing their teeth in avarice and lust till their jaws were awash with blood. If it had a voice, I don't doubt it would have bellowed for sanctuary, for the moon to rain down divine wrath on the heretics, and yet, as dawn creeps in and sears the heavens, the moon turns a blind eye. The sun watches on in rehearsed shock as he washes the town, now broken and battered, with orange light. To no avail, of course, but I think he knew this. One more. Just one more, I promise. This one's called Last Train. I don't quite know how long I've waited here, how long I've slumped on this bench, no back for support. The seat subsumed with rust, flavourless and crisp, crumbling fangs sinking into what little soul they can salvage. Too much water, too much air, not enough light. Great grey clouds hang above my eyes like black iron battleships or some faceless fish from the maw of Iblis, with leather for skin and claymores for fins. A black ocean mires the station, opaque and unknowable as shadow-kissed lead, the water's edge caressing, stroking, eroding, so that it hangs on for dear life. A last remaining arm, melded of plastic and steel, supporting a side, lights flickering, vanishing, cordially reminding me that the last train to the Primrose Way will arrive in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. There's something funny about that. I laugh. A man approaches, at least I think that's what he was. His arms folded behind his back in a bastardization of some ancient uniform. His face unseen, but I suspect mangled. I don't see his mouth, but I hear him say, "Your ticket, please." My eyes widen. I tell him, no, I've got no ticket to show. He repeats himself. And I repeat, no, I've nothing to give him, nothing to declare, nothing to prove. Nothing. But I'm lying, of course, and he knows this. He knocks me to the floor. He pins me with one hand. He won't say it a third time. I want to fight back. I want to scream. I want to shout. I want to rip his hair, kick his joints, spit in his eyes, shatter his nose, scatter his teeth. But I only watch in horror as his hand dives into my pocket as an orca to its prey. He pulls out a shred of card with illegible text. He laughs, I think, and tries to look me in the eye as I avoid his gaze, as the next train, the last train, its journey all but finished, pulls up at the platform, billowing silver smoke, pungent steam, the man cackling, water whispering, the doors open. Thank you.